Welcome, I'm Dr. Melina Roberts and I want to talk about bile flow. So bile flow is really important in terms of supporting good detoxification and making sure that toxic loads effectively move out of the body. We need proper bile flow in order for us to have good fat metabolism, and we need fats in order to support our cell membranes, our nervous system, our hormones. We also need good bile flow to support good digestion and for us to have good bowel movements. So there's a lot of importance that goes into good bile flow. So what I want to go through today is I want to go through 4 tactics for helping to improve good bile flow. Now, one tactic is for us to chew slowly. When we chew slowly, then we actually give our body some time to produce all of the fluids and to produce the amount of bile that we need in order to properly digest our foods and metabolize those fats and properly detoxify the body. So chewing slowly is one tactic to improving bile flow. Another tactic to improve bile flow is to take choline. Now, choline is a lipotropic nutrient that is in every cell membrane, and it helps to emulsify fats and make fats water soluble. Choline helps with lipid transport, it helps with nerve conductivity, it helps to repair the liver, it helps with brain function, it helps to control the deposition of fat into the liver, so it helps with fatty liver. So we can get choline from food sources or supplements. And some of those food sources that choline can come from is from eggs, it can be from lecithin, and it can be from soy lecithin, but if it's from soy lecithin, you want to make sure it's from a non-GMO source. You can also get it from sunflower lecithin, you can get it from cauliflower, or you can get it from beef. But again, if it's beef, you want it to be from a clean source like an organic grass-fed beef source. So these are different ways that we can be incorporating choline into our diet. So another tactic to improve bile flow is to incorporate fermented foods into our diet. So fermented foods are really good for helping to build up that microbiome. But the other thing that it helps to do is it actually helps to stimulate digestive juices and digestive enzymes, and it also helps to stimulate the bile flow. And one of the things that really helps in terms of those fermented foods is actually the liquid of those fermented foods called brine. So not wine, but brine. And that's a liquid that helps to stimulate the bile flow. So some of those fermented foods that we can be incorporating into our diet would be things like sauerkraut and kimchi and kombucha. And we could do some of the kefirs, but you want to make sure that it's not from a cow source, that it's from either from a goat source or a sheep source, or from a coconut source or a water source. So you just want it to not be from a cow dairy source. So the 4th tactic to improving bile flow is to incorporate bitters into our diet. And bitters is definitely something that we tend to forget about. You know, we think about sweet and we think about salty, but we don't think about the bitters. And incorporating bitters is actually what again helps to stimulate those digestive juices, so those digestive enzymes, and it's going to also help to stimulate that bile flow. So some of the foods that we could be eating in order to be taking in these bitters and helping to stimulate the bile flow would be things like apple cider vinegar Or we can also get it from our green vegetables, things like watercress, arugula, kale, or dandelion greens. We can also get it from some grapefruit or ginger. And another form of those bitters are ones that people will love to hear about, which will be the dark chocolate and coffee. So these are different ways that we can be stimulating the bile and trying to get the bile to flow better. And when we get the bile to flow better, our body will detoxify better, our digestive tract will work better, and we will be able to effectively absorb the fats from the foods we're eating. So these are just some different tactics to improve bile flow. So thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to start to incorporate these tactics into your daily life and try to really improve your bile flow. All right, so I encourage you to share this with your friends and family, to press the like button, to make a comment below, and until next time, continue to learn, grow, and build health.